Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to tell you about what happens when Jupiter is in the third house in the Navamsa chart, in the D9 chart. Okay, so specifically we are talking about the D9 chart, but obviously you can watch for the D1 chart as both the charts. The Navamsa is only the detailed version of your life, so the prediction is almost same. Okay, so obviously you can watch for the D1 also. So if you want to take personal consultation, please check the description. Okay, and you can also follow me on Instagram. So let's start this video, guys. So first of all, what does third house represents? So third house of the Navamsa chart represents your speech, your communication, your efforts that you will put in the marriage. It also shows what you are internally, or like in the D1 chart you may have Saturn in the third house. It shows you speak less, you communicate less. But if you have Mercury in the third house in the D9 chart, which shows that if you get close friends, you will definitely communicate a lot. So what is Navamsa? Navamsa is the detailed version of your D1 chart only. So basically it is applicable after your birth only, but it also shows about your marriage. So if we have to read it for marriage, we will read it differently. So basically, um, third house of the D9 chart shows your efforts that you will put in your marriage. What efforts? Because we have to put efforts to make the marriage work. We have to work, we have to communicate, then the marriage works. Otherwise the marriage will not work. Communication. What will be your communication with your spouse? You have to see what kind of communication you will have with your partner. Okay, and short journeys. Will you travel with your partner? Will there be travel? Okay, so all these things, basically the efforts. Okay, so Jupiter is the planet of wisdom, truth, dharma. It is the heaviest planet. Jupiter is the not a malefic planet, but it is the planet which like expands the house where it sits, because in the past life you didn't follow dharma related to that house, you were careless. In this house you have to follow dharma. So it is not like Saturn that it will punish you, but it will force you to do that. Okay, now Jupiter is in Maran Karan Sthan here, because firstly this is the house of fun and enjoyment, efforts, which is related to Mars and Mercury. So Jupiter doesn't understand what it has to do in this third house. Okay, Jupiter is not able to understand. That's why it creates problem in your communication with your spouse. Sometimes you may overspeak. Okay, you don't know how to communicate. I mean that you may start giving advices to your spouse when the advice is not really needed, or the communication gap can be there, or like there can be no compatibility related to communication or sharing ideas with your spouse. It is also house of self efforts, so you don't know how to put the efforts to make the marriage work. Jupiter is not able to understand how to deal with the matters related to third house. You have to learn it in this life. That's why you have got Jupiter in the third house. So you have to learn it. This is your learning. You don't know how to put efforts. Okay. For example, your spouse needs something from you, but you will not be able to understand how to give that thing. Okay, so something like that. But it will definitely increase your journeys. You may have to travel, because wherever Jupiter sits, it expands the qualities. So yes, journeys can increase. And no matter what, whatever communication there will be with your spouse, it will be very much related to wisdom, intelligence, and fun part can be absent. There can be less fun between you and your spouse, and you both can share teacher student kind of relationship as well. If seventh lord is Jupiter. In the case of Gemini and Virgo, your spouse can be your teacher. Then the compatibility can be good because both of you will love to talk about knowledge, right? But your spouse can be dominating. So teacher student kind of communication can happen between you and your spouse. It can also take you towards pilgrimage, or both of you can be interested in spirituality. So to make the marriage work, you have to become more spiritual. If you both partners are interested in spirituality, religion, knowledge, wisdom, then the marriage will be good. If because you don't really like that much to have fun all the time, because it also shows you are a serious person or something like that. So if both the partners are similar kind of, then in that case it is good. Okay, it is a Maran Karan Sthan for Jupiter. It is not good for married life, like I told you, because it's aspecting the seventh house. It can also give multiple relationships. Okay, and here the aspect of Jupiter, because Jupiter, when it's not happy in the third house, when it will aspect, the aspect will also will not be very good, or will do something. But however, Jupiter is benefit planet, so definitely some good it will do. It only wants you to learn something in this life. Okay, you need to learn that where you are not required to give your advice, you don't have to. Sometimes you over ask questions from your teacher or from anyone, you don't have to. So you have to learn so that you are not irritating other person. Sometimes you don't stop speaking, you speak and speak and speak and speak. So if Jupiter Mercury are here, it will make you definitely intelligent, but you will speak a lot. So you have to, if your spouse loves to listen, it's good. But if you speak and speak all the time, then it's not good. Or if, without asking also, you are giving unnecessary advices, then it will not be definitely good. But you will be very kind hearted person, very generous person. Your relationship with your siblings will definitely improve after marriage. Okay, your destiny will also rise after marriage. So if your relationship with your sibling was not good, then you will see that your siblings are actually becoming your guru, or you are taking advices regarding your married life or later in your life related to something from your siblings. It's very good for career, no matter, it's not very good for love life, but for career it's very good, because people will take advices from you. You can become a very good advisor in your career, in your workplace. You can become a very good teacher. So you will definitely be very very passionate regarding your sorry, your career. So you will definitely do very good in career. It will increase your gains also. You will gain lot of money, and you can go on business trips also. Your network circle will increase. And but the thing is, you will have to keep up with your friendship. Okay, so ups and downs can happen with your friendship, so you have to keep up with your friendship. But however, it is Jupiter, so relationship with your siblings and your friends will be good. Third house also shows your surroundings, your neighbors, your relationship with your neighbors after marriage. So it gives a good relationship basically with neighbors. Okay, you will have a good image. People will consider you as an advisor in the neighborhood or people around you. Okay, you will, if even if you don't have any interest in knowledge, gaining knowledge, then after marriage your interest to gain more and more knowledge will increase. You will also be very very busy in your social life. Your interaction with people, your communication will increase. Like after marriage, you will see that people are coming to take advices from you, and you are giving advices to people, and you will see that your communication becomes very wise. Like you are always talking about knowledge, or interest to talk about knowledge is increasing. So like that. Okay, so that can happen. And that thing your spouse may not like, because you may be very busy in your social life and you may not give time to your partner, so your partner may not like it. If 7th lord is conjunct with Jupiter here, so it is very good because it will give good compatibility with your partner, as both of you will share knowledge. Okay, if Jupiter is retrograde in your chart, you can talk very less. If it is retrograde, then it can create really problem, because you don't know, you will definitely make mistakes in your communication. Definitely ups and downs will happen in your communication. Okay, so yeah, if it is retrograde, then ups and downs, mistakes will happen in your communication. Where you are not required to give advice, you can give advice which can create problem. Okay, so this can happen. If it is retrograde, then you really have to be careful, because you will make mistakes, as you are repeating your past life mistakes, and you have to learn from those mistakes. So what it only wants to tell you, that you need to understand, to make the married life work properly, you have to be yourself. Okay, you have to be yourself, you don't have to pretend. Or because Jupiter here always tries to impress others, as Jupiter doesn't know how to deal with the third house matters, so it tries to adjust. So you have to first of all speak less in the sense that, don't speak whatever when you are not required. Don't give advices when you are not required. Silence sometimes is important. Okay, give advice, and the right advice. Okay, speaking too much is not good. You also need to learn to put efforts in your marriage, right effort. Have a good understanding with your spouse, that you have to do by yourself only. You can do some spiritual practices, you can gain more experience, then you can deal with your spouse, right? Okay, your married life will have ups and downs, but you can, if you change yourself, definitely you can deal with your marriage. For here, praying Lord Vishnu, becoming spiritual, gaining more knowledge, spiritual knowledge is very beneficial. On Thursday, you should definitely do Vishnu Puja, wear yellow clothes, and reciting Gayatri Mantra, Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. This mantra is very helpful. It will definitely give you wisdom, and this mantra is very helpful. It will definitely give you wisdom and knowledge, so that you can have a good married life. Okay, so Jupiter here is a good placement, also neutral placement, we can say. Not very good, not very bad. It is just whatever placement you get, it is just your learning. Okay, every planet just wants you to learn and wants you to improve your past life mistakes, so it's okay. You don't have to worry regarding anything. Okay, you can meet through your partner through social media, or through friends, or through traveling, if Jupiter is anywhere connected to your 7th lord Tarakarka. Okay, now I have kept the cards, oracle cards, monology cards. We will see the advices from the universe for the viewers. Jupiter in the 3rd house, what they should do basically for their love life. Okay, what they should do for their love life. Please angels, please divine guide, 3rd house people, any advice for Jupiter in the 3rd house, please give advices. Please God, please give advices. Okay, a fairy climax approaches, full moon in Aries. Okay, so you have to little bit learn to take efforts. Okay, you may not take efforts to make the marriage work when it is required. So full moon in Aries means Aries sign. Aries, you have to little bit become like Aries, little bit become self-dependent, little bit learn to put efforts in your marriage, like communication. Try to communicate, try to ask your partner about what he or she needs. Try to become a good partner. Okay, if you want to make the marriage work, don't always think about yourself only. Little bit you have to develop Martian qualities. Okay, show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius, so you have to like little bit become yourself, because you can like I told you that you may pretend, you may try to become like other people, okay, which you are not actually, because Jupiter here is uncomfortable. So show the world who you are. Don't be scared that people will play with your emotions. Don't be scared that you will be misjudged. Please show who you are. Please be real. Always speak truth. Always speak truth. Don't hide from people. Don't hide your emotions. If you love someone, so tell them that you love them. Okay, emotions are running high. Emotional ups and downs can happen. A new romantic cycle begins. So you have to bring more romance in your marriage, and you have to bring emotions in your marriage. Okay, emotions are very important. Try to develop emotional connection with your spouse. Try to maintain harmony and peace. Okay, harmony and peace is very important. So all these things are very important for you to do in your marriage, basically to make the marriage work. So I hope this video was helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe. Take care. Bye.